Good evening everybody and welcome to One Hub Racing. This is round 4 of season 13. This is the halfway point of the season. We're here in China to end our Asian leg of the season, and I am joined by Alex tonight, and we are sponsored by Next Level Racing.
Hello, how's it going everyone? Hopefully you guys are all good. Sorry if you had my phone right there at the beginning of the stream. I have notifications turned on for the channel, so as soon as we hit the stream it went going. Interesting, I don't know if this is you mate, but I've got a head flying over Darkbolt's car. This might be again my connection.
No, it's fine.
His car.
It's fine for me.
I've got a floating head above Darkbolt's car, so it's really spooky.
Yeah, it's all like
it's just over. It's
but
just
yeah.
over Darkbolt's. Well, thankfully for you don't have that.
No.
So that's. However, mate, do you want me to quickly load up these standings and I can run through them like I did last week before we get really underway here?
That'd be very
Shanghai.
good. Yeah, it's a key point of the season now, so yeah, that'd be nice if you could do that.
Obviously, now 3 rounds gone, 5 to go. This is the midpoint. I saw a McLaren there. It looked like Archie almost lost it. Anyway, here we go for the. This is the Pinnacle Tier racing. Scope Fielder is on top with 53 points. Dartbolt just behind him on 41. Then we've got Glock, Raikkonen, Malloy, Nick, Kean, Midnight, who's back by the way, Rumandinho, James Slater, they are your top 10. Dave Star, Spaghetti Chips, Nick Nockigan, the Stormans, Mavlikekik, Jonas, Archie, CSS, and Owen Wire are your bottom 10. We've got 15 drivers tonight. No Dane Star though, that's a big loss for the Renault team, but they have got back Midnight.
Yeah, Dane Stav obviously, well, he's been a bit in the wars this season. He's driving. It's not been up to spec for him this season. He was in the press conference this season and he was asked about his driving. He said, well, he intends not to crash into anybody. Well, tonight he won't be because he's not even here, so he won't be crashing anybody tonight unless he joins later, of course, in qualifying.
Yeah, that is the case. Hopefully so.
Yeah, his car's about to start their flying laps now, so we'll see what the pace is. Obviously, the pole on the Podium Tier was a 29, I believe, so I expect these guys to be the 28s.
Yeah, I'm following Darkbolt, who I believe is the first guy out, and he's putting on his lap right now in the Alfa Romeo. Unfortunately, in the Podium Tier, both Alfa Romeos didn't finish, but it was a strong performance on the Alfa Romeos here in the Pinnacle Tier last.
Yeah, they got a 1-2, but Dartbolt got a 5-second penalty by the steward, so he dropped down to 3rd place, but still 1st and 3rd. That is a pretty good result for the Sauber team, and a lot of needed points, and I think they've moved off the foot of the constructors table now, so hopefully they can see them rising up.
Yeah. Just as you mentioned the constructors table, do you want me to quickly mention that as well while I'm here?
Yeah, obviously this is based on the end of Bahrain, so it isn't taking into account the last 2 races currently run, but yeah, you can do that.
So, this is the... There they are, they're right at the top. So Red Bull are flying high with 272 points. Behind them, Toro Rosso, then Haas, then Renault, then Mercedes, and Ferrari, and McLaren, then Alfa Romeo, then Williams, and Force India. But Darkbolt, with the head flying over him, a 130.5 here, and he gets out the way for the Haas there. That would be of James Slater. But who's your pick for tonight? Who's you watching, Jamie? Who do you think? Do you believe in?
Midnight. I think I was in a practice session with Malloy last night, and he showed really strong pace. So I believe, obviously, no Dane Star. You don't have to worry about him tonight. So I believe he could be the man to get poles. Mali does a 130.1, which is a decent lap so far. But more than Malloy does a 29.8 straight off the bat. That is impressive, and I'm sure he can go quicker than that as the track rubbers up. And
do you know what? As well, the interesting thing is, I thought Dartbolt's time was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But in comparison to these boys, you know, Nick's got it all covered off, it seems.
Yeah, obviously, for 3 attempts, that's a pretty big gap in his tier. This tier's been pretty close in qualifying, but I don't think Dartbolt got his proper lap in there yet. I expect to see a bit more pace from him in the next 2 runs, as we'll see what Scope Fielder, our championship leader's doing. He's rounding off to end the lap now, so we'll see if he can get up there with his teammate.
Yep, that would be sensational.
Yeah. So our winner in USA. Yeah. We had 3 different winners this season, so that'd be interesting. Can we get 4th?
I think we can. I think it's very close together. But Nick in the Mercedes is currently on his lap. He's the only Nick here tonight, thankfully. So we can just say the word Nick. But he's in the Mercedes. He's had a difficult run of things. Can he get a better night in China? Jamie, you know better than I do. Do you have an idea of what he thinks of this circuit?
Well, I know he hasn't done that much practice, so I think he might be a bit rusty, and I think that time shows it there at 1:30.9, but of course, if he stays like that, he'll stay outside the top 10, and you get a fresh set of tyres, which around here is massive, because these ultra softs, they do not last at all long, especially a worn set of ultra softs. As Raikkonen, though, yeah, he pips up to second, obviously our winner last week. He's shown good pace, I have to say, and he deserved that win last week. He kept it clean, obviously.
Yeah, to be fair though, Jamie, his top boys deserved the win last week.
Yeah, they are.
Anyone that actually crossed the line first, they were all in a great battle. Archie though, he's going to be the last of, he's not on a lap right now. Glock is on a lap on the soft tyres, interestingly. Yeah. So maybe he's just doing a bit of a practice lap. Maybe he's going to get all 4 runs in.
Yeah, James Slater has done his best lap on the mediums as well, which he's got a bit of a longer run maybe.
Maybe he wants to start on the softs. But
obviously, we had Lawmans on pole last season, but not last season, last week. But it didn't go that well for him. He was out on turn 2, so hopefully we can see Lawmans join this battle at the front as Glock's on a 31.2 on the soft, which isn't that bad a time on the soft tyre, because the soft tyre is over a second slower than the ultras.
Yeah, and the only thing for me is though, mate, is that you look at some of these drivers, and Dartbot still with the he's got Sebastian Vettel's face over him. I've just worked out who it is.
Yeah.
There you go. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm just
Sauber, obviously, he fancies a switch. I know Ferrari's struggling this season. I think that's a bit of a desperation move for Vettel there.
Didn't say it was either session, but Sebastian Vettel there, watching over Dartbolt. Hope that didn't really help him in his first run. However, again, just how close it is. If he improves by just 2/10, he is
he's going to move up to 5th where Kian is. Obviously Kian is back this week. He got a podium in USA. Can he build on that good form here? Obviously he can't
Absolutely.
Need the points for Williams there.
Glock's made a huge mistake somewhere, and he's got out of the way luckily with the car.
Yeah, I think he's on the. Yeah, I think he's on the. I think he's on the in lap. I think that's what happened there. And he's trying just to keep out of people's way. As I go about Archie, he hasn't done a lap yet, so let's see what he can do in that McLaren, Renault.
Watch out for the Williams, mate. They've come out in sync here, so perhaps they're trying a new strategy here with Rolandinho coming up before Kian. So I don't know whether that'll, impact their laps at all. I don't know whether that's a strategy or whether it was just luck.
Yeah, I know them two do communicate. I know them two do communicate during the races, so I think maybe they're trying to. Don't know if they're trying to tow, because I don't think you. It'd be interesting to see, but
the long straight, mate. The long straight. Yeah. All I was gonna say is, mate, you did this last week with the Renaults, and they proved.
Yeah, but I think. I think they're going to have to, one guy's going to commit doing a lap now, because you can't do 2 laps on these tyres, because they'll just be dead. They're dead after 1 lap, to be fair. So I think one driver, if they do a tow, I think one driver's going to have to benefit this lap, and at the end the other driver's going to have to do it. It's only fair way is Archie's about to finish a lap. What can he do? He moves up to 8th place. Another driver in the 1:30.3s. Owen Wyatt in 7th place. I have to say he hasn't had a good season so far, but that's a decent first lap for him. I mean, he's looking to get off the mark this race.
Yeah, I think so. As Dartbolt, like, it's almost all very.
Oh,
it's gone wide. I think that might be an invalidation, but he's going to keep going there. That was a very very messy middle sector. If he can improve, I mean, to be fair, if he can still improve, that does show you now on his last lap, there's areas that he can definitely get some time out of. But he's outside the top 10 here, which we would not expect.
No, expect him to be in the front 2 or 3 rows here. Obviously, he's ran well. He won the last 2 races on track, but he lost them due to penalties. So hopefully, 3rd time lucky for him this time, because he might get a bit of a meme if that continues.
When he comes Dartbot, he's going to actually commit to a lap.
Yeah, I think he's improved. This is jumping up a few places.
He hasn't.
Oh, he did a 20. Yeah, he did a 29.9, but it was invalid. So he has got the pace there to get a good lap in. But obviously he's going to have one run left, I believe. As most of these guys, they'll pick the middle tyre stint, so they get 3 sets of super ultras, which they'll use in qualifying. They get 2 sets of softs and 1 set of medium in case a disaster happens early on.
good pick though. Good bit of confidence for Dartbolt. A 29.9 would have put him in second spot.
Yeah, he is right up there. He's just got maybe if he didn't, maybe I think he might have lost time with his mistakes, and maybe as he's taken an interesting line. Taking an interesting line to get back to the pits, getting out everybody's way, which is good to see.
I personally though, I'd rather be in second or fourth position. I'd rather be on that inside line.
As I was speaking of Owen Wyatt, he's moved to the fifth place there. That's a really good lap for him. There's midnight pips in there. As the top, he's starting to close up a bit now. They're trying to get close to Malloy, but Malloy's on the lap now. Let's see if he can improve on that 29.8.
To be fair though, Malloy's still got a good 10.5 buffer here, so it's got that make him feel a bit more confident than all the rest of these boys who are trying to beat that Red Bull. But Red Bull, I mean, obviously you're part of Red Bull. You know, you've got to be riding high right now, man, because it's what we do. Look, can we just say that I'm not going to say nothing against One Hub Racing at all, but you look at the caliber of Red Bull, Odems, Blizzard, you, Gaza, Malloy, Scope Fielder. I don't know who's in the
White Fountain and Scorpion. Team morale is pretty good as Malloy does 29.5. Oh my god, what a lap that is! As Kian jumps up to second place.
Nick's lost it.
Oh
Nick
dear.
Lost it on exit. Oh god, the last corner. Oh,
he's still improving his lap though, so he's still improving his lap amazingly.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. We believe in you. Score points in China. Have you scored a point yet?
Yeah, he has. He scored. Yeah, he has. This Raikkonen jumped to the fourth place. No, second place. Sorry, a bit of a lag on that screen.
Raikkonen does what Malloy did last time, really. So Malloy with a 3/10 buffer, but you know, just saying, Red Bull morale got to be high. Christian Horner got to be enjoying the investments he made this year.
Yeah, I think he scouted pretty well. I think the driver scouting has been pretty good, and obviously
he missed out on me. You know, if he got me in the team, there'd be tons of moves. But yeah,
maybe next season. Maybe there's always opportunities.
There's always but he'll be thinking. Actually, he's got Pierre Gasly in real life. I don't think he really minds.
Yeah.
What?
There's Glock's on the lap here, he's on the Ultras, so let's see what you can expect him to jump into them 1 minute 30, low 1 minute 30, so he's lapping. He might get 29 here if he nails it.
Interestingly, do you think Jeff Slater's going for one run? He is going for one run here. So
yeah,
it's middle, but
joined the session next, so I'm not sure, I didn't see his name pop back up, so hopefully he's back in and able to. Yeah, but now he is committed to one run if he does come back. So yeah, I think there's Glock moves up to fourth place for 29.28. Look at that, between second and seventh place, it's 2/10. That's just amazing.
Right, so this is a very, very bold statement. Whoever you choose, who are you picking for pole?
I think Malloy's got it covered. I think it'll be a special lap to beat that lap, but there's a few guys capable of doing it.
I think Darkbolt is the dark horse to get into the top 5 at least.
Yeah, everyone's sort of on out laps or in laps, so a bit of a pause in the session now as so we'll run through the top 10 for you. So on pole moment we've got Malloy, then on second we've got Raikkonen, in third place we've got Kian, fourth place we've got Glock, Sculpin Fielder in 6th, Malley in 6th, Midnight in 7th, Lawrence in 8th, Brumadinho in 9th, and Owen Wyatt rounding out the top 10.
And Owen Wyatt was once 5th, was he not? Was it 4th or 5th?
Yeah, he was 4th. I think.
Back.
Yeah, that's good. So he'd be able to jump in. He'd be able to jump in, maybe get out. I'm not sure. It'd be a bit tight. Obviously, you have to load the session up and everything and jump in the car. So it'd be a bit tight with everything, but he should be in for the race. That's the main thing, which you want to see. Obviously, James Slater has had a few decent results so far this season, back in the points. So maybe from the back of the grid, you can play it safe early on, like he normally does. And
interesting though, mate, the Spaniards come out miles before everyone else, and used to have a clear road for his lap.
He's the only car on track at the moment, so yeah, he wants to just have a nice good run at it, and obviously he's in 13th place at the moment. He's going to have to improve by half a second to jump up in the top 10, so we'll see if he can or not.
Yeah, but if he improves by like 6/10, he's well and truly in the mix, isn't he, really? So you know, anything above half a tenth is really still not in the mix here. He's going to have to try and get at least 6/10 for me to really even have a chance of getting top 10. Because you would expect Owen Wyatt to improve, Mondinho, Lawmans, all those guys to improve.
So no Dartboard's got a 29 in there if he keeps it clean. So yeah, I think Spaniard do jump up, but I think a few guys would bump ahead of him as the track gets its best condition as Schofield that comes out. So I expect all these cars to come out right about now as Spaniard's about to finish the lap. It's a decent lap so far. I've no idea what the relative sector times, because it doesn't give us, hopefully on F1 2019 we actually get some gaps when the cars come over sector, so we can see how
James Slater was able to get out, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know that. James Slater is out. Could we see Nick start at the back of the grid here?
We could do. James Slater gets a lap in, and obviously as I believe Aaron Collingwood in the comments says, now James Slater's rejoined, he's going to get no delta on his qualifying, obviously, so he's going to struggle to find out where he's improving. As Spaniard goes 8th with a 30.16. Will he stay there though? Here,
No, I think he'll at least get knocked out till 13th still, because you look at the caliber.
Yeah.
Going to improve. Archie certainly going to improve. Owen Wyatt, Brandino, Lawmans are not even that far behind him, unfortunately, especially in the case of Lawmans, Brandino and Owen Wyatt.
He's the first guy, he's about to start his lap, he's the first guy to do so we're sticking board with him and we'll see how he's doing, and if any mistakes happen we'll just switch around.
Can I take us to a lap here of the Shanghai International Circuit?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Just because, you know, you did 4th position, so I'll let you take the reins of this one.
Going down the pitch right here to turn 1, turn 2. This is a very difficult section. You've got to try and run wide and then tighten up on exit, as Scotford one's a bit wide there, but it gets a really good apex into turn 2 now. You can run wide here and get a good traction out of the corner as he does so, and this is a short straight. Good overtaking opportunity in the race here, and we go to turn 3, a very tight hairpin here. He takes it well. And then we come to the real technical part of the section. You need good balance, good aerodynamics through here to really nail your lap. As Schofield full throttle through here, and then you have to brake into this section, and then you have to brake into here again as we're coming towards the end of the lap now. So do a double apex corner here. It's very difficult to get this section right. The one's a little bit deep there, but I think it's okay as we come into yet another hairpin. This leads on to the long back straight where most of the overtaking will happen tonight. As this corner here, it's very difficult to find out when to go on the throttle, but he's full throttle all the way through here, and it's looking pretty good so far. That DRS zone is popping up pretty soon, so get that DRS on, and then it's yet another tight.
Sorry to cut you off, mate. Mally has binned it, and that's him over it.
Yeah, another tight hairpin into here. Late apex, yes, does that nicely, and then we come to the final corner now. You have to really launch the car into here and hope it sticks. Looking good so far. He's done a good lap. Can he improve? Yes, he moves to the 2nd place, but only just though. I expect a few guys to bump him. See what Keane can do. He's about to finish his lap now.
Keane, and then it'll be his teammate Bromandinho, but Keane goes wide.
Yeah, not that cost him. No, he's got in 2nd place. Yeah, again, just bumps him. As Bromandinho goes 3rd. Look at that, 3rd to 4th as Malloy improves yet again. Oh my God, Malloy! What a lap that is.
Watch it, Raikkonen's been stuck behind Lawmans the entire lap. As now, so I don't know what's going to happen here.
That might be in the steward. That probably be in the stewards. I think that will definitely be in the stewards. That's a clear block there from Lawmans as Raikkonen. Yeah, that's his lap ruined. As Dartbot goes to 2nd place, but yet again half a second behind Malloy. Malloy has found an incredible pace here.
That's 4. Mate, Nick is starting last.
Yeah, I thought that could happen. Yeah, I thought that could happen, as obviously...
It's been a very Fernando Alonso McLaren run season for Nick, hasn't it? A guy who's come back to a place, and he's come back to kind of back to where because he used to be, but he had very good success here in 106 League. He's not been able to do that. No. However, a 2nd between all 15 of these guys, it's nothing to heart, Nick.
It's Malloy's on pole position, but he's 4.5 attempts ahead of Dartbot, with Kane in 3rd, Glock in 4th, Brumagino 5th, Schofield 6th, Raikkonen 7th, Midnight in 8th, Owen Wyatt, decent lap by him in 9th place, Mally in 10th, Archie in 11th with a fresh set of tyres, Spaniard in 12th, Lawmans in 13th, James Slater in 14th, and Nick at the back. Yeah, but yeah, you say a 2nd between the field, but 4.5 temps between first and second. So it's 6 temps between second and last, basically.
What can Nick do though? You know, obviously this is the thing now though. Qualifying means everything. So now Nick can't now one stop compared to the other guys that now have to two stop.
Yeah, well,
so
they have
he's
two
still
stop.
got to do the two stop. So what can Nick do?
I think he'll start on the soft. I expect everyone outside top
really
10.
Go on.
No, I think. Yeah, I expect Nick and everyone outside top 10 to start on the soft tyre. They'll go to about lap 10 or 11, then they'll either go for a quick stint on the ultras, or they'll go for another stint on the softs, and then if they do that, at the end of the race, they'll bolt on a set of ultras like I did in my race and got a pretty decent fourth place.
Raikkonen's readied up.
Oh dear.
Raikkonen was the first one to ready up anyway.
This was the only tier last week to have a driver ready up early, and yet again, they've done it again, I'm afraid.
But last week, I believe it was Lawmans that got the penalty.
Yeah, but it didn't really matter because he's out on lap 1, didn't it? It didn't really affect him. As the formation lap's about to begin, we'll see what tyres everyone's starting on.
Let's find out what tyres. So Archie, Ultra Softs, Spaniard Softs, Lawman Softs, James Slater Softs, Nick Ultra Softs.
Maybe Nick wants to make up some... Nick, he's obviously got to make up some place at the start of the race, but they tend to go off by lap 2, lap 3, so I expect Spaniard, Lawman and James Slater to be leading this race at lap 4 or lap 5 when all these guys have to pit. Obviously a dry race, a nice dry race. Safety car lap 1 will change everything.
I can confirm that there is still some Dartbolt. What can that do to help Dartbolt? The power of Sebastian Vettel. Can he, was it him that won in the 2009 Chinese race, or was it Lola?
No, it was Vettel. It was Red Bull's first ever winner. Funnily enough, Toro Rosso actually won before Red Bull in F1, which is quite funny when you think about it now.
Oh, Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah. Yeah, as his formation is about to conclude. And obviously, turn 1 and turn 2, it's not the easiest to get round for all 15 cars. Obviously, it's a tight, difficult section there, so hopefully everyone can keep their wings intact and we can have a nice, good race like last week.
Yeah, well, you'd expect people like Nick then to want to get past James Slater, Lawman, Spaniard, especially.
Yeah.
You know, because you can't get stuck around people because that essentially race your trust and but first corner it should be carnage here, mate. As you what midnight is going all over the place, and unfortunately you've got some glass on the tyres. Almost cuts off Owen Wyatt as well at the same time.
Raikkonen's got to qualify himself. I don't know how he can get this 12 by himself. It takes something out to do that. But anyway, as the race is about to begin, and we'll see if everybody can get through turn 1 safely. But racing, the guy on pole has not led into turn 2, so will Dartbolt get a good start?
I'm gonna watch Nick here at the back. So you look at the front, I'll look at the back, and I'll report if I see anything.
Got a decent camera angle for once. Yeah.
I will hand it over to you, Jamie, to take us through the start procedure.
So we've got the guys at the back, they're forming up now. We should be underway very shortly. So here we are in China, Shanghai, a good circuit for racing. With these lights coming now, 1, 2, 4, 5. Underway, and Malloy gets off to a decent start. I think he's got it covered into turn 1 and turn 2 as Glock's threatening Kian for turn P3, and he gets it, and Glock may get second place, but Matt Dartbolt holds him off as Malloy yet again as Kian runs wide. That might lose him several more places, but he holds on to 4th place. Have you got any spinners at the back?
No, we didn't, but Mally went on the grass. Unfortunately, James Slater got a horrible stab at us. Oh, there's oh dear, and there's been a contact there between Glock and Dartbolt as Glock got wing damage from that. I believe he has. Don't know if that was lag or it was just contact. It was a bit of a weird situation there as Malloy is held off. Is there a curse going on right now, Jamie? Because the people that press X early in the last 2 races have crashed out.
Yeah. And obviously that's not gonna...
Raikkonen was due to get a penalty. Lawman was due to get a penalty. Lawman just fell right down the pack though.
And Nick's got off to a good start. We see the winners and losers. So we've got obviously Owen White's moved up 2 places, Archie's moved up 3 places, but Nick's moved up 4 places with Midnight down to down to 5 places. I wonder if Midnight's got wind damage here.
Can you elaborate what happened to Midnight? I wasn't watching at the time.
I wasn't watching either. I was on the front, so I don't know what happened there. But it's had a terrible start. Whatever's happened.
and Kian are going side by side.
Team orders.
Again, mate, here.
It's
a team order, so it's lap 1.
Kids had a pretty poor start, you have to say. It's Malloy. It's 4 attempts at the dart bolt, so there's a both one wide coming out the final corner. I wonder would they get pent warnings for that? I don't know.
Nick also was let through by his teammate.
Yeah, there's Archie and Schofield here. We go round the outside of turn 1, turn 2, but if he keeps it round here, we get the inside in turn 2, but he's one a bit deep. He's on the grass and he just about holds on. I don't know how he did that. If you get on that grass there, it's pretty easy to spin out. But Archie, a good start from him. Obviously, he's moved up 4 places. He started 11th, but he started in the ultras, so maybe he just wants to stick with these front runners.
Nick, there's Mally on the inside of Owen Wyatt's here, and it's essentially done it. But Mally says, "Get out of the way, I'll come."
Yeah, that was.
And there was no room. There was like to leave the session, probably in a bit of anger there after the bad start. But Dark Bolt, though, he's sticking with Malloy, and sorry, I had to re-assort myself there because I thought I saw something, but no, it was just a flying head again. But right now we have an interesting one, mate. We have possibly thinking Mally. We have Nick in 10th, but how long will he keep the pace before Lawmans is on the better tyre here, which will become very, the tyre degradation on Nick will become, very much more noticeable as the laps go on here compared to those on the softs.
The guys on the softs who, obviously we'll switch back in tyres now, so the guys on the softs are Lawmans, Swanigan and James Slater, so but by this lap, I expect this is when the softs will come quicker than lap 3 when DRS is enabled.
Oh, there was damage! There was damage between the 2 McLarens, carbon fibre.
Oh dear.
Both of them here is. And there's someone in the pits. That's
Nick and Owen Wyatt. Owen Wyatt's coming as well, so they're going for an aggressive strategy as the Mercedes is spinning around there, and that's Spaniard, and I think he held it. Don't know how. As Lawmans gets moved on Nick for P8, the softs will be quicker now, so Nick's going to have to be careful he doesn't run out of tyres. Lawmans calls it round the outside, which comes inside to turn 2, and he should get the superior traction here.
A bit of a bash from Lawmans though. Nick, he's done a good job here, but he's got Midnight behind him. He's got his teammate. Do you think if Midnight overtakes Nick, do you think we'll see team orders again for those two, and Nick will just let his teammate go?
I think so, because Spaniard's on the soft tyre, which is the better tyre at the moment. As Malloy, Dartbolt's got by Malloy there. We didn't catch that, I'm afraid, because they're focused on the midfield. But Dartbolt's up to P1 now. You see how Malloy can cope with that loss of the lead.
Look how congested the midfielders can. But the thing is though, Malloy, to his credit though, he's got the is he going to run out of DRS here?
I think he's just lost DRS. I think his tyres might have gone off because he's really struggling coming out the corner exit. He's still got DRS, but he's 1.3 seconds behind, and Glock is over the back of him. Glock, again, he had a decent race last week in Bahrain, got 2nd place. He should get his move done into turn hairpin. Malloy's going to hang around the outside, but he hasn't got the traction.
I think Malloy should dart into the pits.
Yeah, he's coming in the pits. Yeah, he's got to be careful if Glock does the same, and they're all coming in. So Kian, Schofielder will take the lead, but he's on really old ultras. There's who else is staying out? Lawmans moved to 2nd place there. See Holly's old pit stops all tail.
Nick's in, Midnight in.
Yeah, they're all in.
Unfortunately, people that were hindered by that were Schofielder and Mally. But Lawmans has done a hell of a stint here to get in between the two of these guys.
Yeah, obviously when your teammates in, you can't come in because you just get double stacked. You lose about 5 seconds, so these Schofielder and Mally are going to have to bear it.
Kian and Roman.
Kian's lost out there massively. He's down to 12th place. Wouldn't even a bit of wing damage there. He's lost a lot of places in that pit stop. There's Owen Wyatt and Archie going side by side, coming out of turn 3, down turn 2. Sorry. Yeah.
Another guy that's missed out a lot is Malloy.
Yeah. One of these guys had wing damage. No, Malloy did get passed by Glock, didn't he? And Brumadino's undercut everybody because he stayed out that lap. He came in that lap earlier, so he's undercut. Shows you how powerful the undercut is. He's in a net 2nd place at the moment in the Williams.
Watch out for the Spaniard on there.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, Mally being a
Yeah,
bit,
Mali's
being
tyres are
shut in the
short
door.
as James Slater is on the back of him now. I think Mali will be pitting this lap because these tyres are completely shafted. But he's got good straight line speed though, because even
Oh,
without
gonna go 3
DRS.
wide.
Oh,
James Slater was thinking about it. And
yeah,
he's
if I
like,
was
no,
James
absolutely
Slater,
not.
I'd back off here because I think Mali would be in this lap, and you get have a run at Spaniards without Mali being there.
You'll get DRS off Mally
Yeah,
though.
Mali almost hits back a Spaniard coming in the pit, so it's quite a dangerous pit entry that, because you go into a slow corner, but the guys pitting are going full flat out as he
Right, how much have these guys lost though?
lost lots of time. I think they'll drop to near off the back of the field, I believe.
Watch
We're
out
going
on
board
Archie,
with
and Wyatt,
Nick.
these
We'll see how
guys,
Nick's
these guys
doing.
were side by side.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Nick, see if he comes out anywhere near these guys in
Here
30th
comes Archie
place.
on Owen Wyatt, mate.
Yeah, these two.
Scofielder gets in the way of Owen.
Yeah, Scofielder come out in a bad place there for Owen, but Owen's got the outside of the turn 2.
Contact made.
But, see, Owen's in the position of defending, and Owen White gets a really good exit and he gets the move done, but Scofielder, it's not done yet, because Scofielder can outbrake him to turn 3, and he does, but Owen White's got the inside line and he should get the move done as Archie gets a bit sideways coming out of there, and that's cost him any chance of having a run at Scofielder.
Right, well, Brumandinho, okay, he's kind of losing time here. Glock looks the fastest for me out of this little mid pack right now. I think, Brumandinho just the fastest lap to his credit, yes. But now Archie wants to get past Scofielder. Scofielder's tyres are not up to temperature yet, and Archie and that McLaren wants to.
Yeah, obviously it's the closest battle at the moment, but yeah, Scofielder's in sort of a DRS train off back at Owen Wyatt here, so Owen Wyatt's the cork in the bottle here, so Scofielder, he's a bit too far back on Owen, but I think Archie might have a chance here, but obviously Scofielder, he'll be attacking Owen and defending at the same time, so Archie's got to be a bit careful here, and he's taking it calmly into the hairpin there, as Kian, obviously he's joined the back of this. Yeah, so you've got a 4-way battle for 8th place at the moment, which will become 3rd place, no 4th place when these guys all pit in the front.
Oh, it's so interesting though here with Glock. How long is he going to wait to take Brumandinho? Because Brumandinho hasn't lost lots of dartbolt really. Glock just looks a lot more threatening. As right now here's Scofielder, Owen Wyatt, Archie and Kian. I'll keep my eye on this midfield battle. If you want to like avert your eyes.
Yeah. See, I'm on the back with Scofielder here, but Archie's looking closer now. Scofielder's got to be careful here, mate. But yeah, see, Owen's doing a good job defending, you have to say. Not looking flustered, and he's holding off some really quick drivers behind him. As we'll see, Glock and Brumandinho. Obviously, these guys are catching. Brumandinho's not that far off dartbolt, so this battle for the lead is getting really interesting.
Yeah, the one man that's absolutely done a fantastic job though is Brumandinho.
Yeah,
and Glock.
He qualified well, and obviously he pitted lap 2 and got that undercut, but the problem with the undercut is maybe towards the end of the stint he may struggle, so we'll see if that entails as
Speaking of struggling though, mate, I think he's in trouble now though. Here's Glock will get DRS here on Brumandinho.
Scofielder on Owen Wyatt here. Should be going to go around the outside of the hairpin.
He's going for it! Glock with the time bomb of the century to be there. I think he didn't expect Brumandinho to break so early. Did you catch that one on stream?
No,
mate?
I was on board. I saw it in the background as I was on board with Scofielder. He's got the move done on Owen Wyatt here, and Owen Wyatt's compromised, so Archie is going to lose 2 places in one corner there.
Glock's got Brumandinho.
That's good for him. It's obviously he's in the championship battle. As Owen Wyatt one's a bit deep, and he's lost 3 places in 2 corners there. So going board with Brumandinho, he's got a chance of getting the position back here into the hairpin. He's going to go through it. I believe he will. Yes, he does. And he gets done nicely there, you have to say. But Glock. Malloy's got to be careful. He's on the outside. It's not going to work. 3 wide here is not going to work. There's Malloy, you see.
Brumandinho's got absolutely no grip compared to these guys, because you can see Malloy's had a great line through there, but there's just no space. But Malloy, he'll want to get past Brumandinho as well though, but Glock I think is the biggest. Look how much dartbolt has got away actually. I don't know what the hell's happened with his pace, but Glock needs to kind of hope that Malloy will go side by side with Bravadinho there and possibly keep Glock in front.
I think because these lot have been fighting aggressively, it's just allowed Dartbolt to pull away. So when you're fighting, it's all back of Brumadinho now, but Brumadinho's still got DRS, so it's not going to be easy for him. He's going to have to go around the outside here, maybe get back. No plan is going to go around the outside. There, gets it done.
Good move.
He'll get wrestled back a Glock. Brumadinho, who will be attacking again into turn 1.
What a move, to be fair to him. How much of this though? You know, look at Norman's. He's doing such a better job than Spaniard. Norman's in this for me. I think Norman's, keep your eye on him.
Yeah, obviously, we'll see the gap to the leader. Let's see where we come out. We come out around where Kean and Owen White are at the moment, but I think he'll be losing a bit more time on all the softs. But obviously, he'll come out on fresher tyres.
Malloy's the one about the little bit of dummy. Yeah, I think Malloy and Glock are going to keep fighting, which is not going to help their case of the win.
No, yeah, it's Dartbolt. It's 3 seconds at the moment. I think these two just work together to pull away from Brumadinho, and then maybe when Brumadinho's out of their DRS, that's when they're going to attack. But a racing thing is to go for the move whenever possible. So I think the instinct is taken over from there. But they are catching Dartbolt slappers. So, but this is where they scrap, and this is where they're going to move.
Yes, hopefully this he's got 5 tenths, 6 tenths now. He had a much better exit, which is going to help him until the DRS. Yeah, I think enough for him to hold out.
Yeah, I don't think Malloy's too far back here at the moment. He's going to have to just maybe get a good exit out the final corner and get moved on to turn 1. Oh, he gets very close there. He's much more braver under braking.
Lock up there just to avoid Glock. Yeah. Glock though now can feel comfortable that perhaps he can kind of kick on now and try and chase after the race leader.
Yeah, see when the front 2 pit, Dartbolt will regain the lead, and these guys will be in second and third. So this is the battle for 18, which could be 5 if they catch Dartbolt.
There's battles all over the place, mate. Kean really wants to get past Archie right now. Is he going to go for a move up through here? I think he might. He's very close.
The controversy here in season 11 between Kean and Odems. So Odems took Kean out. Obviously, Kean, but not for the repeat as Archie gets all over going out of turn 3. There, Kean, he smells blood here. Senses Archie is struggling on these tyres.
Yep. For me, mate, Malloy on Glock is a fight that has close to this lap, and Dartbolt's going to pull away. So
yeah,
perhaps
I think
Malloy is the fastest, but possibly the best chance that we've got a fight for the top here.
Obviously, Malloy got pulled by half a second, but I think maybe he's going to take him in qualifying. But now he's on a slightly harder tyre. His pace is coming back. Is he going to send a lunge into hairpin? He'd be a very brave man to do it, and no, he doesn't. Glock has got decent straight line speed. I have to say, this move is not going to be easy for the Red Bull driver on the Toro Rosso driver. Can you get good exit?
Kean, he had to go wide there.
Owen White's on the back of him now as we go back on board in Malloy. We'll see, he's getting closer, but turn 1, these guys don't take off the man about it, but what covers the line? Now, can Malloy get a good exit up to him and down the inside of turn 3? I think that's his best. Catch Glock out by surprise. He's going for an alternative line. He's really close now. I sense this could be where the move could happen. He's going to lunge it down the inside. Yeah, nicely done. But can Glock get the switch back? No, he's got the move done now. It'd be interesting to see if he can catch up with Dartbolt now. It's a 3.5 second lead. That's comfortable at the moment, but with Malloy getting pulled by half a second, see if that translates into back stuck behind Archie.
Well, this is the first time that Malloy has been out in front of Glock.
Yeah.
Since the pit stop. So can he now kick on?
See Glock.
And, perhaps
he's still hanging on game with his breath, so Malloy's going to have to bend here, I think. He's going to get a good exit out of here. So Glock met fantastic passing close, I have to tell you. This be a repass into the hairpin.
It could be. Watch out there, here comes Glock. As he now puts it up the inside. Ooh, it makes Malloy
Bit of contact.
Malloy gets a penalty.
Warning, not around here. Not surprised by that as Kian actually goes side by final corner. Kian to almost contact. Wyatt, he could on here, but stupid red. Oh, it's all getting very close to the pit wall there. That's interesting defensive tactics as Kian. Oh, Archie sort of just Kian off there, and Owen Wyatt finally gets it done, does he? But Archie's still there, and Owen Wyatt sort of is forced to back out as Midnight. It's come out of nowhere. I don't know where Midnight come from there.
Yeah, but also Kian was
about Archie's defending there.
Kian, unfortunately, mate, got absolutely taken out.
Yeah, it's Owen Wyatt and Archie, the banging wheels here. I think he needs to calm down a little bit here. I think he's getting a little bit over aggressive as Midnight has gained 3 place in all of that, and he's up to 8th place.
Annoying Glock!
Oh, what happened? I see Glock spun. I didn't catch that, I'm afraid.
Glock pushed and pushed too much. And unfortunately just hit the back of, I think it was Malloy that hit the back of Glock actually, but Glock was straight down spinning. And yeah, that's not gonna help.
But Glock's got no downforce, so I expect he's got to be careful in Mali's going around the outside of him here. Yeah, he keeps out the way, but Glock will pick, you have to go medium to end the race.
Fernandinho!
Yeah.
Up the inside he goes, but Fernandinho gets shoved off as well.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. So it's the big incident in the race. What was your thoughts on it? Do you think it was Malloy's fault, or do you think Glock was a bit aggressive?
Obviously, I'm a driver, but obviously I have to be. I think that could go to the stewards quite easily. I don't know who would be at fault for me, but I think someone is at because I only caught the end of it. You see.
So Owen Wyatt pits. So he's got wind damage. Obviously, he'll be going on mediums to the end. That's not the ideal strategy, but it is doable.
You could easily last here, but you'll get. And the mediums, a good thing about them is they get faster and faster as Nick and Kian are now a battle. This is going back into the one hub bolts. This is so you can't something like this, isn't it?
Master against Apprentice here. Can the Master show the Apprentice how it's done? Can go.
Not this time.
No, so Kian, he got pushed off there a bit by Archie, and he hasn't really regained his composure yet. He's lost 4 seconds there, so I think he might be nursing a bit of damage, or his tyres have gone off a little bit. So Kian, after a decent qualifying, he's not having such a good race, as we've got a yellow flag, but I don't see what that was for.
Nothing. I couldn't see anything, mate. But Fernandinho was chucking that Williams at Malloy.
Yeah. I wonder if Malloy's got a bit of damage from that instant, because he doesn't seem to have the pace of Dartbolt anymore, and Dartbolt's looking good for the win, you have to say. 5 seconds as Brumadinho has got such great straight line speed here. Go round outside the hairpin, he's got this move done before the braking zone. Malloy, well, as Lawmans is in, yeah, Lawmans is in, and Spaniard's in, so Dartbolt. Oh, what's he done?
He had to go on the grass there, he lost it, he had to go on the grass. Where will Lawman's come out there? That's what you were trying to say, so they're cutting you off there. But
Malloy come out.
Yeah,
see where he come out. I think he'll come out maybe around where Nick is, maybe.
No, he's come out before midnight. That's key.
Oh wow, Kian and Nick are going side by side in the approach turn 1, and Kian gets moved done. The Spaniard on the medium tyres now. I don't know why he's on them tyres. As
Nick and Kian touch.
Yeah, I saw Nick sort of half spin it there. I don't know what happened there. Maybe a bit of contact. As Malloy.
They touched. They touched.
So see if Scope. No, interesting. Scopefielder is leading the championship, and his teammate Malloy is ahead of him at the moment. If Scopefielder catches, there'll be a switch position here to help Scopefielder in his quest for the Drivers' Championship.
To be fair though, you've got to give it to Scopefielder, who's broken free from the rest of these guys.
Yeah, it was midnight, obviously, after I don't know what happened to him at the start of the race, but he's recovered well into 6th place, I have to say. He's kept it clean. And you can see Lawman's there just heading. Obviously Lawman's is pitted, so I expect Lawman's to pull away and then much fresher tyres. I expect him to catch Schofielder and Malloy. And Lawman's is not out of it for the podium or maybe even the race win because he's fresher tyres at the moment, so he should be the quickest guy on track.
Yeah, he'll be on the ultra softs as well at the end here, so a big push from Lawman's.
Yeah,
but Malloy keeps going wide here. He's going to keep getting penalties. I think Malloy can take it out this one. He's already got an extra warning on top of his penalty.
Yeah,
so
just
that's not going to help his cause.
No, I think he's driving a bit. I think he's a bit upset how his race is going. I think maybe I'm a bit overly aggressive. I think maybe a word in the ear, maybe just calm it a little bit. He's still in a good position. He's in third and second right there, so he's still in a good. Obviously, he'll drop down to fourth with penalties at the moment, but that's still not a bad position to be in. And obviously, Brumagino, the gap to him and Dartbolt is staying pretty. Dartbolt's looking comfortable here.
Schofielder, you said he's going to, what can he do in this one? That's my thing as well. I think he's got a very good chance here of perhaps getting at least second position.
Gap in him and that's not. And obviously, Schofielder's on 2 lap fresher softs, so I expect his tyres. This is the soft start to go off. So I expect Schofielder to catch these two on slightly fresher tyres, but obviously Brumagino
what Schofielder wants to do is to get away, is to catch up to Malloy before Norman's catches up to him, which doesn't look likely.
Sorry, my gap was a bit wrong there for Malloy. Yeah, the problem with Scotfield's going to have is Lawman's is catching him a lot, and I expect Lawman's to set the fast lap here, and Lawman's. He's on a slightly different strategy, so we're trying to see how Schofielder plays this when he catches up. Will he fight him, or will he just not let him go, but not be overly defensive? As there's Lawman's fastest lap, as Nick and Mally are going at it here.
As well as the Spaniard as well. He's on mediums, so I don't know what that strategy's about.
No, maybe he set this softer. He's on. Oh, Nick!
Oh, Nick and Mally.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was maybe a bit overly aggressive there from Nick as Spaniard. Let's let his teammate get at him now. So obviously Mally, he got that pole in USA, but we haven't seen much else from him.
Yeah, do you agitated at this stage of the season? We thought he was running a lot better here, and he's just not on it yet.
No, he's just. I think he's struggling. I think the fact he didn't do much practice for tonight's not helping. But yeah, you have to say he's sort of always around that back end of the points as Spaniard is practically pushing Mally at the moment.
Here comes Lawman's though. Lawman's is going to get DRS.
Yeah, he
as
is.
we go to. We'll be too far out.
Yeah, I'm going to shove off this Spaniard here. This is the closest battle for 9th place. So this Spaniard's practically pushing Mally.
I'll keep my eyes on Lawman then.
Yeah.
So we get out of the back straight. Oh, he didn't get DRS. Interesting.
No,
didn't get DRS.
Maybe the detection point was slight. I think detection points at the start of the complex is Dartbolt's in. So if you got another set, it's off score to the end. There's Brumagino's in as well.
Schofielder's in.
Yes.
So you'd expect Lawman to then take the lead again.
Yeah, so when Malloy will pit next lap and Lawman will take the lead and he'll go to about lap 21, 22, 24. As I actually get to drive through penalty for speeding the pit lane, that will be added on to his race time, as I believe he's done his 2 stops already.
Stop go, not a drive through, got a 5-second stop.
His Dartbolt comes out just ahead of Mally. That's good news for Dartbolt. It's got a bit of clear air between him and Kian to push a little bit. As we go on board with the pit stops at the moment, Malloy, Lawman's, Kian, Mally, Nick, Spaniard, Boom, and James Slater have only done 1 stop. Spaniard can't get the move done on Mally at the moment.
No, this needs to be a thing for to get past Mally really, but he has to stop again though.
Yeah, it's Lawman's in the back of Malloy, but Malloy will pit this lap, so we'll see what. Spaniard, he seems a lot quicker than Mally, but the straight line speed's not there for him. Maybe he's running a slight higher downforce setup. Maybe that's not help. Maybe that's helping him in this section, but when he gets up that straight, that's when he's struggling.
Yes, and now look how much closer the Lawman's is to Malloy.
Yeah, but I expect to
Within
see
that's
Malloy
yeah,
bolted
Malloy's-
the pits this lap because he's going to get overtaken this lap and he'll lose even more time. So Malloy should dive in the pits, and he does. So Romans will retake the lead with Kean. Well, I think Kean will pit else. That will be in second place, but that'll be a net third place. Norman's pits. But what happened at the end of the race? Norman's
I think Norman's are well and truly in this one.
yeah, he is. Norman's at the moment. We'll see when it all reaches 12. The Dartbolt should gain a bit of this stint, but obviously Lawman's. I think Dartbolt's got it covered for the win, but I think Lawman's is in a good place to get second place as James Slater does rejoin, but he's down in 12th place, so he's got a lot of work to do.
And back to last position.
Yeah.
Actually, you might just get it for the Glock here. Yes, he has got covered, but oh, Glock almost into his back and makes me fair.
Yeah. Kian and Owen Wyatt are pretty close coming out the pits. So James Slater hasn't rejoined his car yet, so yeah, he's a long way back.
He doesn't want to do it here. He doesn't want to do it here either, really. It's that one Pete Owen and
Kian. Yeah.
Kian.
Does it now? It should be okay. Yeah, it should be okay. Does it now? So, just see what Dartbolt. I see what that Dart Lawmans is on this stint. We'll see if Dartbolt gains or if Lawmans. If Lawmans can extend the gap, then he could be in a shot for the win. But if Dartbolt closes, I think it's probably second place for Lawmans at best. But it'd still be a decent result as Malloy pitted and he's dropped 4 seconds behind Boomer Jr. So I wonder if Malloy has got wing damage yet again in that instant with Glock.
Dartbolt's just so fast as that. Spannington.
Yeah, so that was the short. Maybe he didn't fancy the ultras. He wanted the shorts into mediums, and he's going to go on softs to the end now. So that's an interesting way. That's an interesting approach. Not really seen many drivers do that, but obviously the ultras, they aren't that good a race tyre. So we'll see if that works for him. He's got yellow flag set to 3. I'm not sure who this is.
I believe it's for Nick and Glock. Something must have gone down.
Yeah, Nick's dropped to the back again. So, but we see with Spaniard, did he come out ahead of his teammate? Yes, he did. He comes out 11th place. So he's looking good for points at Spaniard at the moment. He can catch the back of Mali.
He's also rejoined his car.
Yeah, but he's in 12th place. He's still got a pit stop to do, so he's praying for a safety car.
Can we see a safety car today?
There's only been one DNF, and that was on lap 1. So it's been a pretty clean race, I have to say. There's been a few incidents, but most drivers have kept it clean.
Yes, that is true. Interesting though, how fast will Normans be on the drop stops? He'll get like 5 laps here. If he can take out a lot of time. Here comes Kian though.
Yep. Owen Wyatt obviously will get DRS now, so
Kian will get DRS.
needs to get a good exit out of here. If he gets a good exit out of here, it should be an easy move, but Owen Wyatt's got a pretty decent exit and that gap has extended, but Kian is still well within range here. And look at the overspeed. Overspeed, this is incredible. He should get this move done pretty easily. But oh, let's get very close contact there. The maximum slipstream effect.
He wanted the inside, didn't he? He wanted the inside, didn't he? He was telling Owen, I'm coming. But Owen's like, I'm not out of this one, mate. Keep your eyes on me. But Owen has to yield, I think, for now at least. But he's not out of this one. As the stint grows longer for Kian, faster Owen will become.
Yeah, Owen
though with DRS.
He's hanging on the back end of the points, and Owen obviously yet to score this season, and this will be a decent race for him, I have to say, if he does score points. Obviously he had that instant early on, but I have to say he's done a decent job so far. Quite impressed by his drive, but Mali is on the back of him now.
He's on the way, isn't he? And just with these boys, that'll just like Owen Wyatt will become more comfortable as the race goes on, because he's on a medium compound of tyres.
Yeah, these tyres, yeah. You need to stay with these guys in the last 3 or 4 laps. I think Owen will start the game again, so he needs to try and save in Kian's DRS if at all possible. But Kian's got a really good run through these S's. But he's still just about in DRS range, so this is good for Owen at the moment for points. There's the gap between Lawman's and Dartbolt is close to 11.6 seconds. So Dartbolt's a little bit quick at the moment, but he wants to be a bit more quicker to be a bit more comfortable in that final stint.
Absolutely. I mean, the race has kind of calmed down a bit now. Everyone's got a gap between each other. So sorry if what we're showing you isn't the most exciting stuff in the world right now. However, Mally, can he get the job on Aaron White? We know Mally. Not saying he's a long way back. Very harsh.
He's quite aggressive, but I mean that'll be amazing type aggressive if he moved there. But he's got a lot closer now, and Owen is out of Keane's DRS. So Mally will get DRS, but Owen won't. But Mally sort of makes a mess of the final corner there, and that might have cost him his chance in turn 1. But he's gaining.
Well, last time Mally went into turn 1 with someone, it was Nick, and it went horribly wrong. 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. So these
Here comes Mally up the inside, that'll turn to the outside, and that'll help Owen. But
Mally get good exit off here. They get good exit here, and I think Mally fancies lunging to turn 3 here. Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to go around the outside though, which will turn to the inside.
Try to get the switch back.
Good defensive done from Owen Wyatt though, it has to be said. And
pressed by his defensive.
Owen Wyatt's kept the job done. For now, but here comes Mally, who's got a lot more grip on those fresh stops.
Yeah, I say I've been impressed by his driving, his defensive driving. He's really held off. He knows what line to take, but he gets elbow X out of there. But Mally's, if anything, was a bit too close there, and he had to back off a little bit. But Mally is a lot closer here now. If he gets a good exit out of the final corner, out of this corner here, he should get his move done pretty easily. As Spaniard, he's sort of not really gaining at the moment. He's slowly gaining, but Mally should get his move done pretty easily before the era I think.
I'm back. I just realised my headset unplugged.
Yeah. As Owen gets a decent exit, but Mally's got it covered. But now but I think Mally should pull away now, and then Soft should quicker at the moment, but them tires will come back to Owen later on. So as Mally gets a penalty, so that's going to promote Owen up to 9th place in the moment. I don't get how these drivers get penalties around here. It seems pretty much impossible, but that's just me.
Yeah, absolutely. This race, it's far from over. I know that the commentators is very difficult right now to think of stuff because it's all down to pit stops and how that works and stuff. It's Lawman, to be fair, which is a very good job at neutralising Dartbot's stint. Yes, he's lost out. He's lost out a lot less than I would have thought.
Not quite that much. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, if he comes out, if Lawman's pit, he'll come out around what's the gap to leader again. He'll come out around where Scopefielder is. So these next few laps are crucial for Lawman. So you won't want to come out behind Scopefielder. You want to come out ahead of him so he can have a run at. He'll probably get Muroy, maybe Brumadinho, but I think he'll struggle with Dartbolt. I think Dartbolt has got this covered at the moment. But I'd say this has been a pretty impressive race for him. Obviously, we didn't get to see his talents in Bahrain, but he's showing them tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Very talented.
Yeah,
Scopefielder here.
Yeah, Malloy's starting catching Brumadinho again, so we might see yet another battle of Brumadinho being Malloy. As Owen Wyatt is still hanging on the back of Mally. This is good news for the Ferrari driver. He's looking quicker, if anything. I think Mally's tyres are going off already, which is quite early.
Yeah, that's the thing with Mally's driving style. He'll cook his tyres quite quickly, and that'll make Owen think, I've got this. But Mally's lost 3.1 seconds to Keane, so I think Keane's got this job done. But Midnight could get a top 5 here.
Yeah, in Scopefielder. And we know Malloy's got that penalty, but obviously at the moment Malloy, he's still going to stay in 4th place with that penalty. So yeah, Midnight says. It's a shame he had that messy first lap because he could have been up there with Brumadinho and Dartbolt if he didn't. But say in racing, if you have a bad start, you've got to recover well, and that's what he's done. Because yeah, he's looking quite racy at the moment. Obviously, his teammate is not here, so he's a sole Renault man. But I think still will be decently. He'd be satisfied, but he'd be more satisfied if he gets past Schofielder.
I mean, Cyril has to be satisfied because he's had such a turbulent time in the Pinnacle Tier this season that to get a top 5 finish around China is going to be.
Yeah, he's had 6 drivers. Obviously, one driver did get promoted, but yeah, the rest of the drivers, that's a massive driver turnover there. Hopefully, this driver lineup sticks in the season. I believe it will. Obviously, Dane Styles not racing tonight, which I think that's probably ended his title hopes. But Midnight. So he's missed the last 2 races.
Malloy on Brumandinho as well.
Yeah.
This is the DRS of Brumandinho.
I wonder if Brumandinho knows Malloy's got a penalty. I wonder if that will affect his approach. Because obviously the engineer can tell you if drivers get penalties. So as Dartbolt's, the gap's down to 10 seconds. So I think Dartbolt's got this covered for the win. But when Lawman's pits, it'll be interesting to see where he comes out in relation to Midnight Schofielder.
For me though, mate, I think Malloy has a lot better in conditioned tyres than Brumandinho, just because he's taken out 4/10 of the Chief says that's the fastest lap.
Yeah, obviously that was a bit out of nowhere, but he's on fresher tyres and it just shows you what pace.
The ghost car as well for the end of it, as well, which adds to the pace.
Yeah.
He had a ghost car for the end of that one.
Oh well, don't know what happened there.
Here comes Malloy down the back straight. The overspeed isn't too strong, but with the added DRS now, has Malloy got this? Is there a touch of a gap?
I think Brumandinho's running quite. As you got a bit of lag there, but sorry, a bit of lag on my screen there. It looked like Malloy ran back at Brumandinho, but obviously that didn't happen because they both come out the corner safely. You see, Malloy's a bit closer, but he's got to get rid of Greg out here, and he gets a bit squirty, and that's cost him his chance now. But you fancy turn 2 or turn 3. I think that's what's going to happen now. He's got an unsettled Brumandinho a bit coming to here. Which
he's already sizing it up.
Yeah, he's getting close. He's almost pushing him through here into turn 2. Or would he go for a wider line for a tighter exit? No, he goes for a tighter line for a wider exit. Brumandinho. Malloy, I think he's going to lunge it up to turn 3 here. I think this is what his plan.
No, he can't, so.
No.
But Brumandinho is a very strong straight line speed setup, as you were saying earlier. So, you know, that's got to be Malloy's thoughts now. He knows the pace of Brumandinho, and perhaps that could come to play. Lawman's really accept a box this lap.
Yeah, I believe so. And he'll come out, Gaps leader again. He'll come out probably in round 5th place. So he could get he'd be in the fight for he'd be join this fight with Brumandinho and Malloy definitely, but like I say, I think Schofield, I think Dartbolt has got this covered. He's going to finally win a race. He's cost line first 2 times already. Can he cost line 3rd and back the win this time?
Well, here he comes. Here comes Malloy though. DRS slipstream. It's looking quite easy, but Brumandinho doesn't want to get up the inside line here with Malloy.
No.
To the back.
Malloy's got to try and do a switch back here, but yeah, he's going to get run out of road there. As that Lawrence does pit, obviously we've got on the ultras. We see where he comes out. These two get promoted to 2nd and 3rd. So this is the fight for 2nd at the moment, which only adds to the intensity.
Right. Lawman's, I think, will come out just to. Oh, Malloy thinking about it.
Yeah, it's had to turn 1 there.
P4.
But he's unsettled Brumandinho there. He has unsettled Brumandinho. But Malloy's got this move done because Lawman's will catch these guys rapidly. He'll be on the back of him within 2 laps.
Look at Midnight.
Yeah, look at Malloy, he's a bit closer now. Go around the outside again. Got to try and switch back here, but Brumandinho is just about giving just enough room. You have to say it's hard but fair racing Brumandinho there, but Malloy, he's struggling to get this move done.
Okay. For me, hard racing is fine.
Yeah.
To add to the entertainment, I think.
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, he gave him enough room, but obviously Malloy, he thinks he's quicker, but he just can't get past. He's lacking that straight line speed. As Lawman's gained 2 seconds already in about half a lap, so in the next laps, Lawman's running back at the
Right now though, what's going to be? Here comes Malloy.
Yeah, back on the bridge with Brumandinho's rear wing. Malloy is getting ever closer. Obviously, Brumandinho will defend that inside line, as we've seen countless times. But Malloy outbreaks him. But Brumandinho yet again. Ooh, he's got to be careful.
This is a masterclass in defending.
Yeah.
give Brumandinho
I
a medal.
think
But this
Malloy.
time, Malloy's so much closer going into turn 1. It's got to be a
Malloy's got to surprise him.
Him.
He's got to surprise him here. He's got to surprise him in turn 1. Goes on the outside. We're going to run out of road. He almost spins it.
No!
He does. Where's Lawmans? Oh, Lawmans.
Oh, Lawmans gets caught.
Oh, Lawmans, be careful. Don't lose your wing. Don't lose your wing, mate.
Malloy's race has gone for bad tires here.
Yeah, he's got another yellow flag.
Yellows. That's her.
Malloy just, I think it's wise Lawmans let Malloy just let Lawmans past these on much fresher tyres, and Lawmans would he gain on Brumandinho? 2.5 seconds. Obviously Lawmans was affected by Malloy recovering from his spin, but will he get the position?
You'd only be on 4 lap old ultra softs here, so I think he would have a chance. He probably didn't get one overtaking opportunity here, but you can tell already he's close again on Brumandinho.
Yeah. Obviously he won't get the fast lap this lap because he had to basically stop into turn 2, but yeah, he's gained like almost a second in half a lap. So I think Brumandinho, we know how aggressive he is at defending, but I think he'll struggle with this one.
Absolutely. However, though, as long as Brumandinho can keep the ones behind it, like, honestly, this has been such a difficult race to choose a driver of the day, which we've got to do at the end of this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, nominations on the Twitter page. Go and vote at.
He's
Will be
catching.
completed tonight. Here comes Archie on Kian.
Yeah, it needs to be a race-long fight, and Kian's got to move done somewhere, but Archie is fancying a switchback here, but he gets a pretty poor exit. Lawmans is in DRS range. Yeah. Let's see, Lawmans will be a lot quicker in this section. This is not the air, he's not going to get the
Midnight and Scopefielder, sorry to cut you off, Midnight and Scopefielder are going at it. Midnight got briefly ahead of the Red Bull, but to no avail. Here comes Midnight though, gets on the grass a little bit with his rear tyres, but we know what Midnight's like, he'll try and stick it at the inside.
Try and switch
great
it.
Defensive line.
No, it's Lawmans. Lawmans, this is the area where you don't want to be catch up to a car because he cannot get away past her here, but down there, DRS straight, he should get a much better exit out of the loop corner, and he should. Brumandinho, I'd concentrate getting good exit out of here, but he's struggling with them tyres. You can tell, like, Lawmans is visibly quicker, and I think Brumandinho's defensive job is going to end here. Yeah, he can't outbrake a car on 2 lap old, because if he does, he's going straight into the gravel trap.
He's going to try and get the slipstream here. He's going to try it.
Oh, he's a bit of contact there. If I was Brumandinho, I'd just let him go. He's just, you're not going to fight.
Oh, loses it there. But then for Brumandinho, who he will fight as we start the last lap of the race.
Lawmans gets a pen. Oh, he's going to promote Brumandinho up to 2nd place. And look at Malloy, he's caught back up again.
Look at Midnight there. What will Midnight think about doing in the Scope Fielder? Is he going to lunge it around the outside? He is going to try it. He goes
to the roof, wing damage. There's a bit of wing damage. Saw a bit of carbon fibre fly off there, so that might scupper Midnight's opportunity. There's Brumandinho.
How many warnings? Brumandinho is on 2 warnings though.
Oh, he's got to be careful. It's final lap though, it's the final lap, so Brumandinho, keep it clean, he should get 2nd place. It's Dartbolt, we haven't seen much of him, but this has been a controlled drive for the salvage rider, and you have to say he's waited 3 races for this. He's seen that checkered flag first 3 times, but now I can say for certain he's going to get his race.
Well, don't say that yet, Jamie. You never know. The commentators curse him on the final few corners. That would be absolutely horrendous. As now Malloy is in the DRS range of Brumandinho. Will Malloy go for a last-ditch effort here? Possibly, you know. He's got better overspeed for definite.
Yeah.
And he might go for a last-ditch effort.
I think
he's quite far out.
As we go on board with Dartbolt, it's round corner 28 from get his and 25 points goes down.
Lawmans! Sorry mate, Lawmans has lost it! Lawmans lost it in the final corner! Oh no! Collision with Scopefielder as well!
Fielder 4th, Midnight's catching, but not going to be enough. What happened then? He was across the line as Lawman's. I don't know what. What a shame for him. He had such a good race. He gets sixth. He gets sixth. Sorry. Lawman seventh. Archie eighth. Spaniard. And Owen, Spaniard's going to get 10th. Owen's going to miss out on the points, disappointingly so. And he's frustrated there because he's driven it into the wall. Glock in 12th.
Sorry to cut you off there on the last little bit there, mate, but I didn't expect Lawman to do that.
Nick, did he just drop it? Nick in 13th. And did he just drop it?
I don't really know. He locked up the back tyres.
I looked at
hit the post, and that was game over.
There wasn't, I think. Yeah, I saw the gap. It was like 1.5 seconds. I presume he just dropped it, which is such a shame because he was on for the podium there, and it's all gone astray. As the Sauber team yet again win a race in this tier. They're pretty good in this tier with Dartbolt. You've got Bernardino in second for the Williams team, and you've got Malloy in third for the Red Bull Racing.
Good result then all round.
Yeah.
What a race, but you know we've got to pick a driver of the day. But first, do you want me to run through the standings, or do you want to do it?
Yeah, you can do it for me, please.
So Dartbolt gets the victory with Blandino in second, and Malloy third, Snowfield fourth, Midnight fifth, Keane sixth, Lawman seventh, Mally eighth, Spaniard ninth, Archie down to 10th, although he was battling with Keane, ready for P6.
Yeah.
Owen White out top 10 along with Glock. That was a strange one. I don't see what happened to Glock.
No, I don't know.
Do you remember what happened?
No, I didn't catch that, but I'm pretty sure we get a perspective from him in due course. We got Nick in 13th.
James Slater, where your final finishes.
Raikkonen DNF on lap 1. It's a shame because I think you could have had a good race. Anyway, driver of the daytime, who are you going to go for? I'll let you pick first tonight.
It's so difficult. It's so difficult, but I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to go Dartbolt from start to finish.
Yeah, I'll go with I'll go with Brumadinho. I think he had a feisty race, but second place, I've said it's a pretty good result for him, and Williams will be delighted with that. So I'll go with Brumadinho. So we've got top two. We'll be up for the drive of the day. The polls will be out sometime tomorrow, as we close out the stream. Obviously next week you got Spa, Belgium, Rain, Eau Rouge. Anything's possible there. Indeed,
it's going to be a good one. I don't know how many finishers we'll have. I think it'll be DNF heavy, but it'll be fun to watch in the comms box when we're not out on the circuit.
Yeah, because you do check out Next Ever Racing, our sponsor. Obviously a great sim racing gear. And if you
get 10% off.
Yeah,
which is an amazing
one
deal.
hub 10 in the promo code, and we've got on the website. We've also got our merch. Obviously, Nick's received his merch tonight, and he seems quite happy with it. So go check him out if you fancy a shirt or a cap or whatever. Then you go and get it as we'll close out the stream now. So we'll enjoy tonight as is now live now as a Prestige tier. I believe it's Jack and I think Evil Dragon's commentating tonight. So go and watch them guys.
No, I just checked the chat. We've got to change of orders here. So Jack and Sean.
Alright, well go and check them out. So Sean on double duty tonight, so his voice will be dry tonight. He'll be on them beers, I think, again, as he'll see you again.
His voice won't be dry. He'll be lubricating his voice with the alcohol.
Yeah, as we've got the European leg of the season starts. Second half season starts next week, so we'll be into the month of June, the last month of this game. Some people will miss it more than others. As I'll see you again next week.